Hello everyone, my name is Leo. Thank you for watching the video. Well, I like to play video games, and if you saw episode 0, you saw World of Warships, which is one of my favorite games, and this is another one of my favorite games. This is Everquest 2. Now this came out in the last part of 2004, and I started playing it in February 2005. So I've been playing it 13 years off and on. It's been out 14 years. So, and I enjoy it, so I wanted to give you kind of a look at it. Now this is an account I created a long time ago. I don't even remember why. I've never created a character on it, but it's perfect for what I wanted to do, which was just to kind of lead you into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a character. Now you can pay real money and create a level 100 heroic character so you can get right into the end game. If you want to do that, fine. I'm not going to judge you or anything, but I mean, whatever. We're going to do just a regular create character. Now, they have different server types. One is the regular traditional, which is what we're going to play on. If you want to engage in one of the progression servers, that means they start out with the vanilla game and slowly add the expansions as you go through, and that can be fun, especially if you've played traditional quite a bit. Event, this is just kind of a very who can accumulate the most junk fastest, and free trade stuff that you normally can't trade between players. You can trade on it. Well, we're going to traditional, and we're going to create a character now. I like necromancers. That's my favorite. That's my main. But I want to look at something that I think is going to be a little more flexible, all in all. And I'm going to have to say that's going to have to be the Shadow Knight. So we're going to make a Shadow Knight. Now, Shadow Knights are an evil class. So you can be a neutral race or you can be an evil race. Can't be a good race. So, of the neutral races, there's one you have to buy with real money. Of course, you have barbarian and stuff. Now, this is the traditional models. Or not traditional, these are the original models. Excuse me, that released with the game. It's a barbarian. Anyway, we're going to go with alternate appearance. These were the Soga models, and that was Sony Online Gaming Asia. They created a set of models for the game, and everybody, including me, likes them better. Changes like Rotanga, it changes like human. There's a traditional human or original human. Yeah, the alternate appearance. You know, they're a little anime, but I like them better overall. Anyway, so if we're going to be a Shadow Knight, we're going to be evil. And if we're going to be the evil Shadow Knight, I think we'll be an Ixar, because they make excellent fighters and mages. See? Ixar make excellent fighters and mages, okay? Alright, so it's going to be a male. Now, you can go here. This is the character creator, and you can see that dude has some complexion issues. You can randomize all until you get to something that you like, and look at that. Right off the bat, we got something I like. He's a Shadow Knight, so I wanted to be a little bigger, so let's go to size here. Yes, he's kind of small. Let's make him big. Alright, and there's a level 0 Shadow Knight that I'm very happy with how he looks. Just pretty quick right off the bat. He's a lizard man, so he's got some perks. He can breathe underwater, he can swim better, blah blah blah. I've got two choices. I can go to Neriak, which is my favorite city. Go to the Overlord's Outpost. Now the Overlord's Outpost is where originally when this game first released, you went to the Overlord's Outpost or the Queen's Colony. Exact same island, but with different quest lines, different NPCs, but everything's pretty much laid out the same. I like Neriak. Now, if you want an interesting experience, you want the true newbie, original newbie experience, select the Overlord's Outpost or the Queen's Colony. But I like Neriak, so we're going to Neriak. Plus, this can't take forever. Now, one of my favorite names for a character is Gangle. because his last name could be Gangle Green. And we're going to play on the Antonia Bale server. Ah, that name's, oh yeah, of course it's already taken on Antonia Bale server. It's taken by me. So, one of my second favorite ones is Spackle. Last name Grout. Ah! Okay. Let's try, by God, somebody have that name, huh? Alright, we're going to zone into the newbie area for Narians, which is a person from Nariak is called a Narian. Now you're always going to get this thing here trying to sell you memberships, which are $15 a month. Here I can import the user interface settings from another character. Normally I would do that, but I'm not here because I want to keep this simple, don't want to overload you. And of course this feature, whatever feature it was, all access, which is the $15 a month. Okay, we're in the game. Let's run around town here for a minute so you can kind of get a look at how it looks. That's a mailbox. Oh, and because I participated in an event, I get these two things here. So I'm like, Indestructible Lizard Boy. But as you can see, I'm running this at not the top settings for the game, because I like having F11 brings up your frame rate, stuff like that. Now I've got it locked at 30 FPS, just because for an MMORPG, and really for my eyes, 30 FPS is fine. These we call shinies. You always want to get the shinies. If you have to wipe your party in order to get a shiny, you get a shiny. And then of course the shiny will contribute to one or more collections. Oh look, another shiny just immediately reappeared. Damn straight we're getting it. There we go. There's 2 collections I've started. Now, you see the graphics are okay. The guys with the feathers over their heads, see that's a feather right there. They give you questesses and stuff. And these being the evil guys, they can be a little snide. It's partially voice acted, it's pretty good. So now I got a spell that'll pop up in my spell Trapper Keeper over here. And you can see it's tab targeted. Double click away from him and I get off. And I'm supposed to go talk to these guys. That's what the book with the feather means. Now, her thing changed to a feather, so she's giving me a quest. And this person over here is going to give me a quest. And give me a trusty sword. Point me in the face of danger. Okay, I've got a couple of quests now. And you see that the creatures, now I have changed some of the default settings, and one of the default settings that I changed is how creature names are displayed, so I can make better sense of them. This right here is a harvest node, unearthed ore. If I sit here and click on this, I will mine and mine and mine and mine for days and mine and stuff. As you can see that. So now I have, if I hit B for bags, there's the trusty sword I just got. Now wait, let's go ahead and equip that, because I have the trusty sword. Alright, the trusty sword has 3 primary attributes. It gives me 3 stamina. It has a rating of 2.9. Now that's derived from looking at its damage and its delay and multiplying or dividing those together apart to get to a number. Now the sword that I have, which is the Shadow Knight's broadsword, only is a 2.0 rating. So of course I'm going to swap that out right quick. Close that. Swap that out. Okay, and these are the things that I got from harvesting. I got 10 cluster, and it can be used for crafting level 1 to 9 handcrafted items. And this is leaded loam, same. Anyway, so that's how that works. Hit B to close all my bags. I don't want to fight anything right now. I just kind of want to get a good look at things. And down here's your hotbar, of course. This is your auto attack. We'll fight something just auto attack. How about you? And it gives you a little counter, and these, you can move these things around, and I'm of course going to move that around, but I'm going to leave it right there for right now. And see, as you can see, auto attack doesn't do an awful lot, so you got to get your abilities going here, which I've got Insidious Whisper, which is like I think it's a DPS, or a VOT, damage over time. Yeah, and increases threat, because, you know, Shadow Knights are tank knights. Dropped a treasure chest, opened it up, it was trapped, took a little damage from it, and I happened to get an adept version of my Insidious Whisper spell. How about that? So I'm going to loot that. I'm going to hit B to open my bags. I'm going to come over here and right click that bad boy, and I'm going to scribe it. Now my Insidious Whisper has increased, and what it'll do, hit K to get the spell book open, or the knowledge book open, K for knowledge. Look at spells, Insidious Whisper. Increases the hate toward the Shadow Knight with additional hate over time, and it does some damage. So that was just really nice. Anyway, the zones are big. There are a lot of different game mechanics. There's a lot of content here. And the lower levels are going to seem a little deserted. I mean, you'll find completionists here catching up on quests that they, you know, skipped over or couldn't do because they were aggro in this zone or whatever. So they wait until they're higher level and they come here. Of course, there's a shiny. Get us a shiny. Alright. I don't want to get over here too far because some of these are aggro. See this guy here? His name is red. That means that he's higher, way higher level than me. And it's got a red outline. And that means that he will attack me if I get too close. Orange means they're kind of higher than me. Blue is a little higher. White is even. Green is a little lower. Yada yada yada. Yellow's a little higher. Anyway, I wanted to run around here and give you kind of a little look around. That feature over there is the Well of Souls, I think is what it's called. Let's go see. We should get discovery. Wellspring of Nightmares. So that's involved in a quest or two where you have to do stuff to the hole in the ground. Over here, these are not aggro. These are like for you to grind on if you don't want to do quests. Doing quests is the best way. Well, no, not the best way. If all you want to do is level up. There's knotted roots. That's another harvest node. Another thing that you can gather to make stuff with. Oh, Fallen Ranger, he's aggro. But as you can see, the aggro ranges are manageable. Here's the bridge. Now, that guy's a guard for the city. He's way higher than me. But this is called Innerrook's Scar, and this is just a big old hole in the ground that all kinds of noxious fumes, and it's like a line of defense, maybe not the first line of defense for the city of Neriak over here, shiny. Yeah, that's the first line, or one of the lines of defense for the city of Neriak. Now, the city of Neriak was in the original Everquest, and here in the original Everquest too, it's really similar. It's a underground city. It's got this fairly massive exterior, but then you go into the city, and of course it's instanced. Now, these are shared instances up until, you know, there gets to be a huge amount of people, and then there will be shards. You'll have Neriac 1, Neriac 2. People over here giving quests. Over here you can hire mercenaries, which has become a game paradigm since the lower levels became very deserted. You can come over here and get an NPC to go with you, and they're pretty good, and you can get through all the content. Of course, they're still going to try to sell me the what you call it every so often. Down this way is where the houses are. I'm going to show you a little bit of player housing. Why do you keep trying to sell me that? I'm not interested. I just must be hitting all kinds of triggers or something. That's aggravating. Shut the fuck up. Now I'm going to go over here. This is the newbie house for the city of Neriac. I don't have any money, so I'm just going to tour this house. That means I'm just going in to look. I don't own it. I can't place anything. Blah 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 blah. They've got a really good housing set up. The mechanics of the housing. You can really make some really neat stuff. Now this is a 2-room house. It's in the Nerian architecture style. You can modify. You can cover every single thing, everything in here. You can cover all these walls and doors and windows. You can cover everything up, make it whatever you want within the confines of the walls. Okay. So now we're going to leave out from here. What else did I want to look at? We went through the basics of character creation, how the game basically works. Here's your XP down at the bottom. Every time you fill up the blue bar, you get a gold segment. You can barely see the segments marked out there. So you fill up the blue one all the way, and you get a segment. And every time you fill up the blue, your life and power get regenerated. See up here you have health and power. The NPC interaction is pretty straightforward. Want to come in here and buy some general goods? Don't, but you can get like some basic crafting supplies. You can get your fuels here. Each of the crafting professions has its own little game thing going on. Alright, let's get out of here. And I'm starting to think about wrapping up this video. I just wanted to get some of the basics across, show you how it looked, show you how the lag was, having no problems getting a solid 30 frames per second on the next to the highest settings. The highest settings, I just don't know. They're crazy. How can such an old game still be bringing modern top-of-the-line computers to their knees? Mine's not top of the line, don't get me wrong, but even a top-of-the-line computer can't play this game. Anyway, going a little deeper, you see more defenses of Neriac. That out there is known as the foreign quarter, where we just came from. Where we're going into now is the central business district. This is really getting on my damn nerves. Dockside markets. Now, over here is a travel bell. Hold on, I'm going to get rid of that. F10 brings up all your windows. That's not one of the movable windows. So, hitting it. Alright, F10. Hitting F10 once brings up this interface where you can move all your windows around. And you can see them all. Hit it again, it gets rid of the interface altogether. That's F10 for your screenshots. And hit F10 again, and you got your regular, what you call it, up. I don't know what's going on. That's the auto attack timer. Now, I'm going to move that down here. I'm going to right click it and I'm going to Windows settings. I'm going to no frame or title. We're going to turn the frame and the title off. We're going to turn the backdrop off. There, now the window is still there. Anyway, we're going over here. I was going to show you the travel bell. That's for getting to Penumbra. Woohoo! Exploration XP. And this bell over here is for getting out into the wider world. Penumbra is hard to get to, yada yada yada. It was a major expansion, yada yada yada. Anyway, that's how you kind of travel around the world there. Let's just play this game. Now over here is where if you start a Neriac, you will begin your crafting career. There's the crafting tables for the different professions, and there's the tutorial guy who wants to train you how to do trade skills. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and then we'll take it up here again in the future. And we'll start out with crafting, because crafting is a big part of this game. If you enjoy crafting, then you'll like this, and maybe hopefully we won't have the window of shame reminding us that we're low-life freebie players popping up constantly. But my name is Leo. Thank you for watching the video, and look forward to seeing you next time.